Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. A crazy night in the NBA. It's only the fourth day, and we already got some craziness going on, man. I'm going to recap last night's games, because, yeah, pretty insane slate of games. Thank you guys for the views on videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications on, stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. I'm on X, Everyday Hoops 10 in the description. TikTok, Everyday Hoops 10, link in the description, all that stuff like that. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of these recaps, or try to do at least a lot of these recaps every day. You know, some days I'm not gonna be able to, but most days I'm gonna try. You know, so yeah, I don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. Alright, we're gonna go game by game, starting with the Nuggets and the Grizzlies. The Nuggets get this win 108-104, improve to 2-0, while the Grizzlies go to 0-2. Team stats: the Nuggets shot 47% from the field, Grizzlies shot 44%. Nuggets hit 14 threes. The Grizzlies took 24 free throws, shot 83% from the free throw line. The Nuggets forced 21 Grizzly turnovers, had 5 more assists. Grizzlies did dominate in the rebounds though, especially the offensive glass. They out-rebounded Denver 13-6. For Denver, another Jokic game, 22, 12, and 7. He did have 9 turnovers though in this game, which is very rare to see Jokic have that many turnovers with the Grizzlies defense, even though they don't have all other personnel. Still gonna hound. He shot 8 for 14. He had a good game. Jamal Murray had some clutch shots, 22 points. He had 4 3-pointers. Reggie Jackson, the bench, honestly, for Denver. I was really excited about the bench for Denver in this game. They all came in, brought in energy. Reggie Jackson put up 16 points. Hit a couple of threes, brought a lot of energy when they needed it to. Peyton Watson, 9 points, 3 blocks. His defense was amazing. He's going to be really good, man. Defensively, he's already pretty solid. You know, he's like, about 6'7", 6'8", long arms, really athletic. You know, blocks a lot. He's already been blocking everything already. And then shooting, if he could just consistently knock down that 3-ball, he's going to be nice. And then Christian Brown, Zeke Naji came in and did their thing. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. on the glass as well, had 13 rebounds. Aaron Gordon had 10 points, but yeah, they ended this game with some free throws, and Aaron Gordon had a big dunk with 32 seconds left to put him up 3. For Memphis, Marcus Smart had 20. Jaren Jackson, after having not a great first game offensively, came back, put up 21 and 9. He also had 3 blocks. He did miss a big layup though at the end of the game. That would have made it a 1-point game. He did miss a big layup, but I like Jaren being more aggressive. Marcus Smart put up 20, 5 assists, had 5 steals. He was good in this game. Derrick Rose, man, he was really bringing it back in this game. You know, the Nuggets had kind of a lead, but the fourth quarter, Derrick Rose had a couple big shots, had like a lot of his passes as well. It didn't show up on the assist numbers because a lot of players are missing their threes. But Derrick Rose put a really good game, though. He had a lot of energy, hit some big shots late, hit a 3-pointer late. He hit 2 threes in this game, actually, mid-range, getting to the bucket, you know, kicking out, driving, kicking. Like, he was doing really good. He had 16 points. Desmond Bane, really tough day, 4 for 17 and 1 for 10 from 3. You're going to have days like that with Desmond Bane, especially now that he's the number 1 guy until Ja comes back. You know, it's going to be very tough for Bane to consistently be good, but, you know, that's the next step he's got to take in, you know, his career at this point. Xavier Tillman had 13, and Zaire Williams had 11 and 9. But, yeah, still the bench for the Grizzlies. Don't love it a lot. John Conchar didn't really do much. Igor Rivia, David Roddy didn't have great games besides Derrick Rose. But, yeah, it's going to be tough for the Grizzlies, but the Nuggets are really, really good. So they got that win. Next, we have the Pistons and Hornets. Pistons win this one 111-99. Both teams go to 1-1. Team stats: the Pistons shot 46% from the field. The Hornets shot 38%. Free throws, both teams shot a lot of free throws. Pistons had 23 turnovers, but they did have 8 more assists, and they rebounded Charlotte 52-41. For Detroit, Alec Burks off the bench, 24 points, 5 for 10, shot 11 for 12 from the free throw line. Going a lot younger in the starting lineup, which is surprising, but I think this is only because Bojan Bogdanovic is going to be out for the first month. Monty Williams came out in the preseason and said they want a starter in that, or a veteran in that starting lineup with the young guys, but Alec Burks came off the bench. He did really, really good. Jane Ivey as well had 18 points, 8 for 14. He looked a lot more comfortable, you know, in the Pistons offense compared to the first game in the preseason. He looked a lot more comfortable, you know, getting to the bucket, doing all that stuff. Isaiah Stewart put up 15 and 7. Jalen Durant, 14 and 17 with 2 blocks. He was everywhere, 7 for 8 from the field. He's going to be really good for a really long time, man. He's already just a dominant force already down there, you know? Just his body, he's so big, body, like he's just going to rebound everything, and he's just going to finish around the cup easy. Like, he's super, super, super good. Marvin Bagley also had 14. I like Marvin Bagley as a bench center. He only played 13 minutes, but he had 14 points. I like him in limited minutes coming off the bench. I feel like that's really good for him. Cade didn't have a great game. He had 12 points, 6 assists. He had most of his points in the first quarter. Shot 4 for 13. But I like his passing ability. And Asar Thompson, I love Asar Thompson, man. Asar Thompson is slowly becoming one of my favorite role players because he only shot 2 for 9, had 6 points, but he had 12 rebounds and 6 assists. The first game, he had 11 rebounds and 5 blocks. He's a guy that doesn't need to score and shoot the ball well to impact the game. He's going to do it defensively. He's going to go grab rebounds. He's going to make the right pass. I love that. But honestly, good one for Detroit. Detroit, so far, has looked pretty good the first 2 games. They look pretty good. For Charlotte, LaMelo had 20, 9, and 9. Shot 4 for 7. Very tough shooting day so far for LaMelo. First 2 games. I think first game he shot 4 for 16. This game he shot 4 for 17. He did get to the free throw line a lot, though, 10 for 12. And he cut down the 3-point attempts. He only took 7. But, yeah, LaMelo was being LaMelo, trying to get his own, but also, playing within the offense and doing all that stuff. Terry Rozier had 20 points. He had a big second half where he tried to lead the Hornets to a comeback, but they just wasn't enough. Gordon Hayward had 19. Brandon Miller, I like what I've seen from Brandon Miller so far the first 2 games. He had 17 and 6 last night, shot 6 for 13, hit a couple 3 balls. He looks pretty good so far. First 2 games, he brings a lot of energy on both ends. Shot making ability, ball handling ability, shooting ability, a lot of stuff that the Hornets kind of need. He's bringing it, so I like that he's already doing it early. And then PJ Washington had 13. Mark Williams only had 2 and 3 in this game because he'd have to go up against Jalen Duran. But the Hornets get the W. Next, we had Knicks and Hawks. The Knicks win this game 126-120. The Knicks are 1-1. The Hawks go to 0-2. Team stats, both teams shot 48% from the field. The Knicks hit 23 pointers in this game. They were on fire from 3. And yeah, that was really the big difference maker. Jalen Brunson, 31 and 5 assists, 11 for 21. Career high 8 3-pointers made, man. And most of those were in the first 3 quarters. He was lighting it up out there. RJ too, 26 and 6 assists, 9 for 15, 3 for 5 from 3. RJ's looked pretty comfortable so far the first 2 games, which I like to see. Getting a lot more aggressive, hitting a lot more shots. I like to see that. Julius Randle, 17, 12, and 9. He had a bunch of big shots at the end of the fourth quarter to seal this game. The first 3 quarters, he wasn't really doing much. He only took 10 shots in this game, which is very interesting to see. But the end of the game, he had a big mid-range jumper and then hit big free throws to seal the game. Dante DiVincenzo, 16 points off the bench. He had a couple of 3-pointers as well. First game against the Celtics, he didn't really do much. But this game, this is why they need Dante DiVincenzo, man. Hitting 3 balls, making the right plays, doing all that stuff like that. And then Mayor quickly 11, 6, and 6. Had a tough shooting day, 4 for 14, only 1 for 9 from 3. Mitchell Robinson had 13 rebounds, had 4 steals and 4 blocks as well. Doing it on the defensive end. But the Knicks played a really good game. Hit a lot of 3-pointers, which you don't really expect too much from the Knicks because they don't have a lot of 3-point marksmen. But when they can get a game like this, it's really big. And I like how Julius Randle looks a little bit more kind of not aggressive in a way. He's kind of letting Jalen Brunson and everyone else do their thing. And then at the end, he hits his shots. I like that for Julius Randle, especially after the first game where he had a very tough shooting day. Interesting to see how that's going to work. For Atlanta, DeAndre Hunter put up 27 and 6. I like that. 8 for 13, hit a couple 3-pointers. Like what I saw from DeAndre Hunter. Shantae Murray had 18, 7 and 6, 8 for 17 from the field. Missed a couple shots at the end though. And then Trae Young, 18 and 12 assists, shot 4 for 16, 2, 5 and 3. He did it 8, 10 for the free throw line. He missed a couple shots at the end of the game too. He missed a layup down 4, near the end of the game randomly. Yeah, Trae has not shot the ball well so far the first 2 games of the season, I think. What did he shoot in the first game? He had a tough shooting day in their debut. He shot 4 for 19 against the Hornets. And then yesterday he shoots 4 for 16. So yeah, very tough for Trae so far the first 2 games. Shooting wise, hopefully he's going to get that together. Bogdan Bogdanovic put up 16 off the bench, had a couple 3-pointers. Capella had 13 and 13, and Jalen Johnson 11 and 9 off the bench, had a big poster as well. But yeah, big bounce back game from New York and the Knicks. Atlanta 0-2. Trae Young says shoot the ball better, honestly. Next, we have the ESPN game, Heat and Celtics. Celtics win this game after a big fourth quarter, winning 119-111. They go to 2-0. The Heat are 1-1. Team stats: Celtics shot 47% of the field. Heat shot 43%. Both teams hit 16 3-pointers. Celtics actually had 15 turnovers. Celtics out rebounded Miami though 55-45, including 16 offensive rebounds. For Boston, Derek White 28-6 with 3 blocks, hit 5 3-pointers. He was on it, man. Derek White was really on it. said this a lot on Twitter or X and stuff. Like, he might be the best role player in the league, man. Just does so many good things. Plays the game, high IQ, become a really solid 3-point shooter, rebounds the ball well. Probably the best shot blocking guard we have in the league right now. Like, he's just so good. Hit a lot of big shots in this game when they needed it, because he came out on a good run, but Derek White kind of calmed it down. He played a big game. Jaylen Brown at 27-6, shot 11 for 22. After having a rough debut, he came out, brought a lot of energy, a lot of dunks. Played really good. Jason Tatum at 22, 8, and 5. Drew Holiday at 17, 10, and 7. Porzingis at 17 and 9. The whole starting five really carried this for Boston. They were all doing really, really good. Hit some big plays defensively, and then hit big shots at the end. And yeah, I'm liking what I see from Boston. Al Horford had 10 rebounds off the bench as well. But yeah, Boston's 2-0. Their guys are playing really, really good. They needed this game from Derek White and Jaylen Brown. Just needed to get them a little more confidence. But they got it. From Miami, Tyler Hero at 28, 6, and 6. After having a tough debut, he came out, had a pretty good game, hit 5 3-pointers. You definitely see why the Heat need another shot creator. Because a lot of their stuff at the end of the game was, here, Tyler, make something happen. Which isn't the best thing for them. But yeah, Bam at 27-7. I love aggressive Bam. He took 24 shots in this game. Even though he shot 10 for 24, I like aggressive Bam. He had a big dunk on Porzingis early in this game. He was being really, really aggressive. I like to see that. Jimmy at 14, shot 3 for 11, and Kyle Lowry at 13, 8, and 5 in this game as well. But yeah, the bench didn't really do great from Miami, and Boston just has so much that at the end of the game, Miami just kind of ran out of juice. But Boston's going to be very tough to beat. Next, we had OKC and Cleveland. The Thunder win this game 108-105. Thunder are 2-0. The Cavs are 1-1. Team stats: Thunder shot 46% from the field. Cavs shot 41%. Thunder shot 50% from 3. Cavs shot 27% from 3. The Cavs did force 18 Thunder turnovers in this game, though. For OKC, Shea 34, 11, and 4 at 5 steals. Shot 15 for 26 on the field. Took over late in this game. Hit some big shots. I think in the third quarter, actually. The third quarter or the second quarter. I forgot which quarter it was, but he was on a roll. Shea's just really, really good. Lou Dort put up 25. He was hitting shots all night, hitting big shot after big shot after big shot when they needed him to. I think, did he hit the shot late in the game? No, he didn't. But yeah, Lou Dort. Oh no, he did. He had a big layup with 20 seconds left that kind of put him up by 2. But yeah, Lou Dort was hitting big shots all night, and he was guarding Donovan Mitchell. He guarded Donovan Mitchell on that last play when Mitchell missed the mid-range jumper. But Chet Holmgren really was the talk. 16 and 13 with 7 blocks. Hit 3 3-pointers as well. He was dominating, man. He's a monster. He was doing everything. He was shooting the 3-ball well. He was rebounding well. He was scoring inside, taking people down low, getting to the free throw line, and then blocking defensively, man. He was everywhere blocking shots. He was everywhere blocking shots, man. It's crazy to see. And then Jalen Williams also had 14 points in this game as well. But yeah, man, Chet Holmgren was going to be something crazy. And that was a big win for OKC. Big win against a good team. And a close win as well, man. They were down 10 with 2 minutes left, and they came back and won. That's huge. For Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell put up 43, 8, and 5. 3 steals, 2 blocks, shot 15 for 27. It was really the Donovan Mitchell show out there because Darius Garland didn't play, Jared Allen didn't play, and no one else was doing too much. Karis LeVert put up 17 off the bench. He had 7 for 16 from the field. Evan Mobley at 14 and 15 with 2 blocks. I would like to see him get the ball a little bit more, honestly, in this game. But yeah, Isaac Okoro at 10. Max Strus, after having 27 points and 73s in the first game, has 8 points on 2 for 11 from 3 in the second game. So the Max Strus experience in Cleveland is starting. But yeah, tough loss for Cleveland, but then again, they also didn't have Darius Garland. If they have Darius Garland, maybe they win this game. They have someone to control the pace when they're up 10 with 2 minutes left, and another shot maker. That's what they needed. But big win, great win from OKC. Next, we had the Rockets and Spurs. The Spurs win this game in overtime, 126-122. Team stats: the Rockets actually shot 52% from the field. Spurs shot 49%. Spurs hit 13 threes. Rockets hit 8 threes. Both teams with the same amount of turnovers and rebounds as well. For San Antonio, Devin Vassell put up 25 points on 7 for 13, 3 for 7 from 3. Very smooth. Missed a couple big free throws as well, though. But Devin Vassell played really good. Wemby, 21, 12, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 7 for 19, 0 for 6 from 3, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Had a couple clutch shots. He's clutch, man. He had a couple clutch shots late in this game where both teams were getting messy. Wemby was hitting big shots. Had some crazy dunks. good defensive plays. He's getting guarded by Dylan Brooks, and he was hitting shots. Like, Wemby was clutch out there, man. They finally gave him the ball late, and see what happens, they win. By the way, yeah, Spurs are 1-1, Rockets are 0-2. Kellen Johnson also put up 20 points in this game. Sohan at 14, 5 and 4, and then Jetty Osman also had 14 points, hit 4 3-pointers off the bench. But yeah, they executed a late game situation like they couldn't do against the Mavericks. Had some big plays in overtime, got to the free throw line a lot. And yeah, the Spurs got the win. For the Rockets, Alperen Sengun, 25, 14, and 7. 11 for 18 shooting, man. He was doing it all. Passing the ball very, very well. Scoring in the post on Zach Collins. Like, Alperen Sengun, man, this year is going to be big for him. They put him in a great position. Fred VanVleet in this game as well. 24, 8, and 12. 10 for 20. Even though he did shoot 2 for 10 from 3, he was doing everything else. Rebounding, passing the ball well, defending well. Like, Fred VanVleet, man, he was out there. He was out there playing really, really good, man. And showing some veteran leadership as well. Bring them into the huddle, talking to him. Like, Fred VanVleet's a perfect fit over there. Jalen Green put up 22, 5 and 4 as well. 10 for 20 shooting after having a rough debut. I like to see that. His confidence didn't waver. Dylan Brooks put up 17. Jabari Smith at 13-9. He did miss 2 big free throws at the end of regulation that brought him to overtime. And then Jeff Green had 10 points off the bench. Tough loss for Houston, but you like what you see out of Houston. They look better. Alperen Sengun is playing really good. Fred VanVleet's bringing in some nice stuff. Jalen Green is hitting shots. Dylan Brooks is defending well. Like, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from Houston, though. Especially Alperen Sengun. I like it. Going to another overtime game. We have Raptors and Bulls. This one, you have to go watch for yourself, man. You really have to go watch this game because I don't know. It was crazy. A lot of free throws, a lot of weird foul calls and free throw violations. It was weird as heck. But the Bulls get the win 104-103 after Alex Caruso hit a big three-pointer to win the game. Team stats, the Raptors shot 47%, the Bulls shot 37%. Both teams hit under double-digit threes. The Bulls shot 28 free throws, the Raptors shot 25 free throws. The Bulls forced 21 Raptor turnovers. Yeah, it was a weird game. DeMar DeRozan put up 33 points, 11 for 22 shooting at 4 steals, 10 for 14 for the free throw line. Missed a lot of big free throws at the end of the fourth quarter, which usually you don't see that from DeMar DeRozan, but he missed a lot of threes late in this game. Kobe White at 17, 6 and 8. Alex Caruso hit the big three-pointer at 13 and 13. Vucevic had 11 and 12, shot 4 and 15. Zach LaVine 3 for 14, 8 points. So far, the first 2 games, Zach LaVine has not shot the ball well. Hopefully, that's not something that continues because they need it. But yeah, he weirdly has not shot the ball well. But the Bulls somehow sneak out of this game with a win. Thanks to Alex Caruso and DeMar DeRozan. For Toronto, Scotty Barnes 22, 10 and 10, 9 for 14, triple double. I think it's gonna be a big year for Scotty Barnes. So far, the first 2 games, I like what I've seen from him. He's playing a lot better. Controlling the pace, being kind of a hub a little bit for Toronto as well, which I like. Pascal at 18 and 8. Gary Trent 16 off the bench, hit 3 3-pointers. OG had 11. He did leave this game, I think, with a muscle cramp or something like that. I forgot exactly what it was. Dennis Schroeder at 10 and 10, and then Chris Boucher at 10 off the bench. But yeah, this one was just wild. Both teams go to 1-1. This was a wild game, man. It was so weird. Like, I was looking at the score, I was like, this game is still on, and it was crazy. DeMar drawing fouls, and then the Raptors had offensive foul, but then it was goaltending. You gotta go back and watch for yourself, man. It's too much to explain right now. It was actually insane. Next, we got Nets and Mavericks. The Mavericks win this game 125-120. Mavs are 2-0. Nets are 0-2. Team stats: Nets shot 49% from the field. Mavs shot 48%. The Nets actually hit 21 threes in this game, while the Mavs hit 15. But the free throw disparity: Mavs were 22 for 28 from the free throw line. Nets were 9 for 10. The Mavs forced 15 Nets turnovers. The Nets had 30 assists, and the Mavs 20 assists in this game. For Dallas, Luka Doncic, 49, 10 and 7 with no turnovers. Shot 16 for 25, 9 for 14 from 3, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. Hit a crazy one-hand off-glass three-pointer at the end of the shot clock to put them up by 3. Like, Luka Doncic, man, is insane. This, I don't want to say it right now because only 2 games in, and I'm probably going to make a video about this if he continues to do this, but this might actually be the Luka MVP season. This might, if the Mavericks have a good standing and Luka is continuing to do what he's been doing so far for the first 2 games, because he put up 33, 10, and 13 game 1, 49, 10, and 7 game 2. This might actually be the Luka MVP year, man. It might be, because he was doing everything out there. He came out hot too. Didn't he have 13 in the first quarter? He had a couple step back threes. Like, he was just dominating the whole game, man. It's Luka Doncic. Tim Hardaway had 19 points. He's been very good the first 2 games as well. Kyrie had 17, 7, and 6. And then Dwight Powell had 11 points off the bench as well. But yeah, Luka Doncic really won this game. For Brooklyn, Cam Thomas started because Nick Claxton did not play, so they ran a small lineup. Ben Simmons at the 5, which I thought was very interesting. I liked it. But Cam Thomas put up 30, 12 for 19. Just doing Cam Thomas stuff, you know what I mean? Dinwiddie had a good game as well, 23 and 8 assists, hit 6 3-pointers. He was hot early as well. Mikal Bridges at 18. Lonnie Walker, 14 points and 4 threes off the bench. Dwayne Finney-Smith had 12 points against his former team. He had 4 threes. Ben had 10, 10, and 8 with 2 steals and 2 blocks. And then Royce O'Neal had 11 and 10 off the bench. But yeah, Brooklyn really had a good effort. You know, I like watching Brooklyn this game. They hit a lot of 3 balls. Cam Thomas was doing his thing. Spencer Dinwiddie was doing his thing. Ben Simmons was doing Ben Simmons. Dwayne Finney-Smith and Royce O'Neal were hitting big shots they needed to. Like, they were doing everything right. It was really just Luka becoming a god is really what stopped them in this game. But I like what I've seen from the Nets so far the first 2 games. 2 close games that they could have won. But again, the only thing that's going to hinder the Nets, I said it in my Eastern Conference prediction video, and it's a big thing, they don't have the star player that at the end of the game, like what they have, like the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell. They said, here, Donovan, do something. Donovan hit the game winner. Today, it was like, here, Luka, do something. Luka hit a crazy game-sealing shot. You know, like the Nets don't have the guy where it's like, here you go, dude, do something. It was Cam Thomas the last 2 games, and he missed both those shots. He missed a big shot after Luka hit that 3-pointer. He missed a shot in this one as well that would have tied the game. But yeah, the Nets don't have that. That's why they're going to lose a couple of close games. But no, still a solid game for them. Next we have the Clippers and Jazz. Jazz won this game 120 to 118 after a Jordan Clarkson big shot. Right? Was it Jordan? I think it was Jordan Clarkson hit the shot. Yep, big 3-pointer. Both teams are now 1-1. Team stats: the Clippers shot 53% from the field. Jazz shot 44%. The Jazz hit 16 threes. Clippers hit 14 threes. Jazz had 27 assists to 17 Clippers assists, and that rebounded LA 45 to 36, including 17 offensive rebounds in this one. For Utah, Larry Marketing 35 and 12, 12 for 23, 5 for 13 from 3. He was balling out there. Larry was balling, you know, hitting big shots, 3 balls, rebounds, doing all the stuff like that. Really love what I saw from him, but the whole team really was making big plays. Kelly Olynyk at 15, John Collins 13 and 12, Clarkson at 13 hit the big shot, Colin Sexton at 13 off the bench, THT at 10 and 8 with 3 steals. Like, the entire team really was playing good. Kathy George even hit a couple big shots in this game as well. The Jazz are playing really good, and they play really good team defense, especially at the end of the game, even though Kawhi and Paul George are actually insane. But, you know, the Jazz really controlled this game. You know, won it. For the Clippers, Paul George at 36, 9 for 17 shooting, 15 for 15 from the free throw line. He had some big shots. Kawhi at 25, 9 and 5. He turned up late in this game as well. Norman Powell at 20 off the bench. Bones Highland had 12 off the bench. But yeah, Russell Westbrook took a very interesting shot. He got the offensive rebound and took a fadeaway at the end of the buzzer, even though Nick Batum was right there. He got the wing for 3. The Russell Westbrook experience, you know what I mean? But still, you know, still a solid game from Russ. 9 rebounds. You know, but the Jazz got a big win. Even though the Clippers lost this game, though, I still like the Clippers. I still like what I've seen from the Clippers. Paul George and Kawhi are playing kind of with chips on their shoulder, and I like that. And then they're getting performances like this from Powell and Bones all the time. Like, it's gonna be tough to beat them. You know, I still like what I saw from the Clippers, but a big win from Utah. Next, we have the Magic and the Blazers. The Magic win this one 102 to 97. Orlando is 2-0. Portland is 0-2 for team stats. Orlando shot 46% from the field. Portland shot 40% from the field. The Magic shot 32 free throws. Portland shot 21 free throws. Magic got 22 assists to 15 Portland assists. For Orlando, Franz 23, 5 and 3, 9 for 16, or 6 for 16, and 3 for 9 from 3. Man, wow. He had a really good game. Cole Anthony, I love 6-man Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony as a 6-man works. He had 20 in the first game, 18 in the second game. He played really good off the bench last season. I like 6-man Cole Anthony, man. Keep it. You know, he's doing really good. Mo Wagner at 17 and 9, shot 8 for 8 off the bench as well. The Wagner brothers, man, they know the ball. Paolo at 14, 7 and 4. The Jalen Suggs had 11 points as well. The Magic really were just, they're playing around with Portland, honestly, I feel like. But no, Orlando's playing really good team ball. I love it. They play team ball. They play really, really good. And they're 2-0, man. The year of the Magic starts now. For Portland, Shaedon Sharpe got the start because Anthony Simons is going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a UCL injury. So Shaedon Sharpe's in there in the starting lineup. He put up 24 points, shot 9 for 23 from the field. I like Shaedon Sharpe's confidence. You know, even though he's not shooting the best from the field. He's still confident in shooting that ball, and I like to see it. Jeremy Grant put up 15, and DeAndre Ayton at 14 and 15 in this game. Malcolm Brogdon also at 18 off the bench. He's playing really good in Portland, man. Bring that trade value up. Scoot has 7 points, shot 3 for 12, 1 for 5 from 3, had 5 turnovers to 2 assists. First 2 games have been kind of rough for Scoot shooting ball-wise and a little turnovers, but hey, it's his first 2 games. We're not going to sit here and call him anything crazy, but yeah, he still needs time to develop and learn all this stuff like that. I'm not worried about it at all, but Orlando is 2-0. And the final game we had was Warriors-Kings, rematch of last year's Eastern Conference first round. And the Warriors win this one 122-114. Both teams go to 1-1. Team stats: the Warriors shot 55% from the field, while the Kings shot 44%. The Kings actually shot 29 free throws in this game, while the Warriors shot 14. The Kings forced 19 Golden State turnovers. Golden State did have 32 assists, though, to Sacramento's 24. For Golden State, Steph Curry, 41 points, 14 for 19, 7 for 10 from 3. He was lining up. He was not missing out there. He was not missing. Every time he had a big dagger as well, where he was wide open off like a screen. I forgot what it exactly was, but as soon as he caught the ball and shot it, I was like, yep, that's game. And he hit it, and that was game. And he did the night-night celly. Steph Curry, man, amazing. Clay also put up 18 points on 7 for 12 shooting. Jonathan Kuminga had 12 off the bench. Moody had 10 off the bench. Wiggins had 11 points. Chris Paul had 10 points, 12 assists, man. Dominating out there, especially with the bench unit. He looked really good. I like what I saw from him. And then Kevon Looney had 8, 12, and 6 with 3 steals, doing everything out there. For Sacramento, they did have a big run late in this game to make it close, but they just didn't have enough juice. De'Aaron put up 39, 14 for 20. He had 5 3-pointers. He was really, really good. Sabonis had 19, 8, and 7. Keegan Murray had 16 and 7, even though he shot 6 for 16 and 3 for 11 from 3. A tough shooting day for Keegan, but he was playing solid defensively, or hard defensively at least. And then Harrison Barnes at 10, and Sasha Vezenkov at 10 points off the bench as well. But yeah, Kevin Huerter only played 16 minutes. Chris Duarte was actually out there in clutch time. He was playing decent defense, but he did miss. He did go 1 for 7. But yeah, tough for the Kings, but the Warriors, man, are the Warriors, man. They look really, really good. But yeah, that's it for a crazy night in the NBA, man. Very exciting. We got some more. We're going to keep it going, man. Wow, fun nights, big performances. Got some 40 balls, some game winners, just some craziness, but that's the NBA for you. Only 4 days in, man. The NBA is already popping off, man. Love to see it. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. We have said a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.